certain qualities in a person are more character building. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And when you're going for easy and you're going for superficial or monetary, a lot of times you end up getting caught up in a situation that
where it's missing something else.
Now you got all the money, but that nigga don't spend no time with you.
No time, or he doesn't have social skills.
He don't have you get what I'm saying? Yeah, like there's always just something, and I'm saying like even if you're looking to survive, yes, like having kids, you need money. We all know that.
Yeah.
However, there's multiple ways to make money, and like just because a guy has like the OD bag don't mean he about to share that OD bag with you. And sometimes it's a tool for manipulation.
Hey, yo, check this out. Sean Johnson, Old Head Steph, Sade Renee.
Namaste.
You tuned to another episode of the IC. Woo!
Welcome, Earthlings.
What's shaking? How y'all doing today? How we doing today? It's getting a little warmer.
Yeah.
It's starting to pepper up the nose. You know what I mean? You know what that means.
My allergies be all year round.
We're about to make a year.
In like a couple of weeks. Not even. It's March. We started in March.
Did we?
Yeah.
Get the fuck
Because
out of here.
I love to take like pictures just to kind of like memorize, and like it was March of last year that we started.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's been a year.
It's about to be a whole fucking year. It's our
We in this bitch.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's cool.
We stayed on it strong too.
Yeah.
And now we upgraded up this bitch, y'all. You know what we see? Well, how does it go again? Remember when I used to be dusty?
Oh, yeah.
Big body bend.
Remember I used to be dusty.
Yo, I'm trying to tell you.
Now I'm running on in a rush, please.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. She look good, bro. Look at this. You waving the camera and shit all crazy like that. Upgraded on that bitch ass. You know what I mean? Now maybe we'll get up in them recommendations. You know what I mean? Some suggestions.
That'd be cool. I hope this year we just like keep taking it to the next level.
Oh no, it's
I get a lot of compliments.
Buzz Lightyear.
We're doing pretty well. Yeah, we're doing pretty good.
Yeah. So what's been going on, man? What's new?
How's everybody's week been going?
Oh man, I ain't gonna lie, I've been cramming a lot with these books. Again, school, you know what I mean? Got a birthday coming up, about to hit that big tray 5, you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know.
I feel like you have like milestone years.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, in general, not just you. It's just people have milestone years. I think those milestone years is like definitely 13 when you're first a teenager.
Yeah, you hit that first teen.
Yeah.
Double digits, 10. When you turn 10 is a big one.
Double digits. That was important. I think 18 was important.
18's big.
21.
Monumental.
29 was strange. I'm not going to front.
That was the scariest birthday of my life.
Really?
Bro, like I was so pressed. I didn't tell nobody at the time, but I was so pressed about being 30, bro.
Yo,
really?
same with me.
This is my last 20.
Yeah.
See, I was relieved. I was relieved as fuck. I was like, I actually on my 30th birthday, I turned 30 on Redondo Beach I hadn't drank for like 5 years. And I sat on that beach and I was like, oh, thank God my fucking 20s is over. I was so relieved. 20s was heavy for me. Like my 21st birthday, I was fucking having my first child. Like it was a lot. Like 20s was a mess. I was so glad 20s was over. I call them sturdy 30s.
Yeah.
I love it here.
I'm gonna tell you, I love it here too, but I'm gonna say like growing up, like I remember being a teenager and just like, you know how like rappers be like, you ain't never gonna be shit? My teacher was the opposite. Like you gonna be famous. You gonna be something. You know what I mean? And I don't know, I always had this like bad mentality of I'll figure it out when I get there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's future Steph's problem, you know? And when I got to 29, it was like, nigga, we ain't figure shit out. What are we gonna do? You know what I mean? It was just like, man, I'd have to like, I don't know. I guess it kind of made me, it just shows you your mortality. Like you're no longer.
It makes it like a little bit more reality. Like
you can't say tomorrow no more in 30. You can't keep saying tomorrow.
Nah.
And that was big for me. Like my biggest downfall is procrastination. And like at 30, as soon as I hit 30, it was like, hey, happy birthday, dirty 30s. And like, I fronted, but it was like,
damn.
Part of me felt like it was over. You know what I mean?
What? I think it just got
Oh, no.
started.
And when I got mid 30, I was just like, what the fuck?
This shit lit.
Still that nigga, yo.
Yeah. Shit, I look younger and better than half of the girls younger than me. Like, and I haven't figured out. Like, I'm still young enough to like have fun, but wise enough to know better. Like, but I think 30s is
the
cool.
thing is that I'm starting to understand is like I used to think like at 22 I was like just a grown ass man. Nobody can tell me shit.
Oh yeah.
Now I look at a 22-year-old and be like, yo, you're a baby.
You're a baby.
Oh, see, I was,
you know what I mean? So I don't know. There's people walking around like, I'm 22, I'm 20. Damn, you 30? You 30 something? Damn. And it's just like, honestly, I look at it like this. Like, I've been your age for just as long as you. You'll be blessed to get to my age.
Yeah.
Not everybody gets.
Not even 20s.
You'll be blessed to get.
A lot of people in the 20s, bro.
Like it's like a lot of people. It's a privilege to grow old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like even like I like when like we be making fun of my mom. My mom's 62 now, and she goes like, "I've been your age for just as long as you." You get what I'm saying?
Bars.
You haven't been at my age. You haven't been my age yet. You know what I mean? You haven't got here yet. And it's just like, I look at young kids boasting about their age and it's just like.
Because that seems like forever.
It does, right?
When you think about how long it took you to become 21, think about it. Like
21 years.
When you hit 10, it's like, damn, I'm 10. That was 10 years.
Yeah.
And then you hit 21 and it's like, nigga, I'm here. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm legal. I can turn up. I do what I want. It's like, it took me dumb long. And it's like, what, 30? That's years away. Look how long it took me to get here.
Right.
And then it's like, bro, you don't realize like time
flies.
Going.
Time
the second
flies.
you hit 21, you starting to count down.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I was watching, you seen that interview with Lil Yachty and Drake?
Yeah, it was kind of zesty. Was it zesty?
A little zesty.
Yeah, they were flirting.
Have like
These niggas was flirting with each other.
I don't want to try to play them. Niggas flirting, but it was kind of weird. It wasn't like
it was
weird.
It was a little flamboyant. Not even flamboyant. It was an energy.
I don't think they're gay. I just think they just like, I don't know.
I feel like, you know what it is though? It always caught me off guard with Drake was like simply like, one, like when he raps, the way he raps is totally different from how he talks.
Yeah.
So like, there's no like deep voice or like the lingo is going. It's just like
he's an actor.
Yeah, whatever that is. But it's just like the way he talks is just very. I don't know. It's not that he's articulating properly or anything, but it's just a little disarming, or from what you expect from him. But anyways, the point is, it was talking about him being hitting 36.
He's like, damn.
Yeah. So he's hitting 36. And it was just like, yo, I just like you said, I remember being like 20-something years old and then like, that bitch 30. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like that.
We thought 30 was old.
Yeah. Different people.
And just thinking like, damn, nah, nigga, you 30. You still this? You 30. You ain't doing this? Like, nigga, 30, you working here? I'm like, bro, 30's like, I don't know, it's different. You still have like, I don't know, like I still feel, I don't want to say I feel like I'm 20. Because 20, I felt like, I don't like that endless.
I feel like a real adult. Like 20 is like kind of like 20 is just like
house with adult.
Adult on training wheels.
Yeah.
30 is like you like
you're you.
Yeah. Like a real grown ass adult. But it's subjective because you have people in their 20s living,
that are holding it down.
Yeah, living a life.
But on the average, that's not the thing. Averagely, like you got 20-year-olds living with their parents. Just making bad decisions. You know what I mean? 20-year-olds is the one.
But I think that's what 20s is for, exploring adult.
I get that. I get that. Yeah.
You think it's like when you turn 20, it's like you get the freedom of an adult, but you still got the mindset of a kid.
Yeah.
So you just lose and you feel like I could do what I want. Can't nobody tell me nothing, and you just like fucking it up all over the place. But it's because you're supposed to learn. Yeah. Like I feel like you can't get to be truly in sturdy 30s until you've like had a messy 20s. Like you have to kind of like know what not to do in order to get to 30 and know exactly what to do.
Yeah, I agree.
And I feel like, I don't know, at 30, I'm just like more comfortable in my skin. I don't care about my peers like as much as I did in my 20s. I'm not trying to fucking keep up. Like, I got shit to do. I got responsibilities. I can still go out and have fun, but I kind of know my boundaries and my limits. I'm not getting fucked up and waking up like, what just happened? Like, I like it here. Like, I don't know. I don't know about anybody else. I'm proud of every, like, especially like in school, right? I'm in school like you. And one of my classes, like they think I'm their age. And I'm talking to them and they're like, wait, what? You're what age? And I'm like, I'm proud of every single fucking year. I made it. Like, I should not be here right now. I should not be here. And I just always tell like everybody who's like, you know, they just think I'm their age. So they talk to me like I'm their age. And I'm like, listen, enjoy this time, make your mistakes, but don't make mistakes that you can't come back from.
Yeah.
You know, like just know that the decisions you make now you're not gonna see the result. It's not gonna hit you till you're fucking 30.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I agree with you wholeheartedly. One thing I do enjoy the most is what you said about not worrying about what other people see.
FOMO.
Yeah, like the FOMO.
Yeah.
I being in my 30s, like one of the biggest changes is just like unapologetically being me.
Oh,
and then, like, no mask wearing. Wearing what I dress for comfort these days, bro. Dressing for comfort is like.
And I'm the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stepped it up. I turned on my lady shit. Like, I stepped into my feminine. In my 20s, I was like, it was just a messy ass, like, wild, fucking, hot goddamn mess. Like, it was just like, I dressed for my comfort because, like I said, I had kids. So I was just like, oh, I'm just going to be soccer mom.
Yeah.
But then they got older and I'm just like, oh, I'm still young enough to, like, live. And I just, like, stepped into my feminine and I'm like, now I love fucking getting dressed. I love looking cute everywhere I go. Before I did not give a fuck.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, that's where I'm at right now. I don't give a fuck. Like, it's crazy, bro, because like when it stopped, like I ain't gonna lie, like the last year of me spending money on like expense, like I had bought some Margielas, some Yves Saint Laurent shoes and a couple Balenciagas in 2020, I think it was. Maybe it was 20.
I remember we went out and like you didn't like them shit.
Yo, them shits is uncomfortable as fuck. I have never worn any of those shoes except for the red Balenciagas. I don't know. But I haven't worn any of those shoes for the past 4 years. They're just sitting there. All the jewelry you see me walk around. Like,
I want to show you this old video of us.
I want to see that.
Yeah, because it was just like, I don't know. It was weird because we were in the club. I forgot what club we were at. And we had a VIP section. Okay. And I think JM was there. Shout out JM.
JM, whatever.
And we were just standing on the couches. Just like
wilding out.
Just watching the rest of the club, just drinking and just wilding out.
Yeah, I think we
could have stood on the floor, but we just all decided to just stand on the couch. Yeah. And like I pulled my phone out and put a Snapchat out, and we just, I don't know, it's almost like different spirits inside of us.
Yeah.
Like I look at it and we just like moving different, and it's just
totally different.
Yeah.
It was definitely like some like...
It was definitely 20s energy.
20s energy for sure.
That's why I said 20s energy is wild.
Way different, bro.
You're wild.
Wild and just like no type of fucking like...
Like who let these niggas out the house?
Yeah, no inhibition type shit. Like,
None.
I ain't gonna lie. Like
you just don't give a fuck in your 20s.
Give a fuck. And it's crazy. Like I don't regret it. I had fun. And it's like, I don't know. Even with like women, bro, not for nothing. Like I was like sex hungry. What was that? Somebody had that?
No. It was Casper.
Oh, okay. But yeah, like I was like chasing, like I ain't gonna lie, the power of the Nana was like wow. Like niggas was on missions. Like just to get some, you know? And now I'll just be like, hey man.
That does come with 30, and I think that's weird that you said that, because I think they say that you should get your T levels checked out after like 32.
Yeah.
You know? And
maybe that's what it is then. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm wondering is like you just feel less horny. You get what I'm saying? You just feel like
yeah,
I
you
feel
do, like you're not like
not less horny, but you just like
Is that a men thing? Is that a men thing?
I used to go bitch crazy.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Like just like why I'm in the middle of Brooklyn right now?
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Why?
Like,
just like
pussy would take you places that you never would expect to
like
be.
just like pussy.
I think that's I think that's another thing that just comes with your 20s because we just like we meet this person and we out. Like, and you just be everywhere, and you're like, you just like, how did I get here?
Nigga, I went to Colombia.
Fucking with people, you just like.
That's what I'm trying to say. But now it's, I guess now in your 30s, you have more sex.
Yeah.
So you're not really.
It's just
I don't know.
It's not. It's like you're not starving for it no more.
Yeah, you're just not starving for it.
But I was having a lot of sex in my 20s.
That's why I said I don't know.
I was having a lot of sex in my 20s. I was probably having more sex in my 20s.
I guess you just mature about it now.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. I think the maturity and the quality of the situations you find yourself in are different. Yeah. Like, because when you're younger, you just like, I don't know about anybody else, but I just, in my head, it was just like, everything's temporary. Yeah. Like, I'm probably never gonna fuck with these people after this. Like, I didn't think anyone that I met in my 20s was permanent. And also, so I treated every situation as such. Like, even if it was like a summertime or like a long time, it was just for a good time. It wasn't forever. It was for a good time. It was just like, I'm just trying to have fun. Like, I remember just like, or being in a situation and it's just like, this is fun. But as soon as I knew time was up, I was like
yo, post-nut clarity. That's another thing. Post-nut clarity is...
Who said it? When I come to my senses.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Growing in my 20s, there was some girls that I would like end up with, and I would think like, yo, this joint is so bad. I could definitely see me with this chick, and as soon as I'm just like,
nope.
Ew.
Word.
Why your toes curl like that?
Why you breathe like that?
Ew. You got like a little bit of mustache. Matter of fact, get out my face. Get out my face type shit. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
so that's what I'm saying.
I got tired of that. And that's why I was like, I think now that I've like had the experience through that, it was just like, you know what? You bad as fuck. I'm in a relationship. But anyways, other than that, you bad as fuck, but it's probably not that. You know what I mean? It's just
quality.
Like, you know what I mean? Quality. I don't even know. I don't know if I like you or if my dick hard. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know which one it is yet.
That's why they always say like, you have to like rub one out before you go. You go out, because like that shit'll have you fucked up.
That's a great
like
method.
if you're horny, you fuck around with the wrong person.
I think I heard that before, right? Yeah, and yeah. I think that's false.
Why?
I have a theory. I think that that same like eagerness that you have when you haven't got some in a while is made so you have like more energy to pursue. You know what I mean? So
it's like a energy transformation, like transmuting that energy into action.
If you notice, girls right before their period, they look prettier. It's a fact.
Yeah, we do.
We talk about that offline. I ain't gonna
we're hornier, we're prettier.
Exactly, and it's
like we're just on one.
It's because biologically, it's to mate. It's gearing you up to mate.
Yes. Yeah.
All of this is to make more people.
It is.
All of this shit is to make more people. All of it.
I'm not gonna lie, I do notice that though.
So what I'm saying is, it's like biology works in favor for us, not against us. So it's not like, oh, let me rub one out so I'm not a hornball. Yeah. It's like, nah, like don't keep that shit in you. If you haven't had sex in dumb long and you go out to the club, you're gonna be on your shit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I mean? Yeah, that's what I used to use it for. Like because I'm gonna tell you like this: the post-nut clarity is the only time that it made me not. Like, if whatever girl I was pursuing was, not to say I didn't like her no more, but it was just like, oh, I'm not that pressed about it. You know what I mean? But what I will say is, when I used to like go out, I used to rub one out before. And like, you know, when I knew I was gonna get some butt, and I still wanted it, but the only thing that what it really made me do was last longer. I ain't gonna lie, it do make you.
But
last
think
longer.
about what lasting longer is.
Cleaning the pipes. You know what I'm talking about?
If like lasting longer isn't for like biology purposes.
Nah,
it's for pleasure.
It's for performance.
Yeah, for performance.
Like you're really just trying to perform, but like primitive or like God doesn't want you to perform. He wants you to procreate.
Get the job done. Get the job done.
I'm just saying, like, it's whatever it is, it definitely like cleaning the pipes out. It makes you last long. I don't know if it takes more time to build it, but I will say, like, yeah, the desire did not go away because it's only. So what is post nut like clarity? I don't understand that. Like, why does that happen? I know they have this, you know, the scientific explanation of it is like when females ejaculate, their levels of estrogen go up, and when males ejaculate, their level of testosterone goes up. But what is that? Why does that make me like kind of like, oh, I need space right now?
Because it makes you more conscious. You're like more. You're more aware. You're not hyper focused on that area and that target anymore. Like it's like mission complete. Now let me get back to what I was doing. Like, I don't know.
Does that make a nigga a bad nigga though? Because I ain't gonna lie, I used to like really fuck with that shit. Like, I used to fuck with my head because I'd be like, yo, like,
it happens for girls all the time.
When I was like
too.
in my late 20s, mid 20s, I really had like mad, like a lot of good intentions. And then like soon as I eat it was just like, I don't even like this bitch. That shit happened so many times. And it's kind of like, yo, like, I don't know.
Happened to me too.
Oh yeah, so then I don't know.
No, I'm about to say it happened to me. I
hear a lot of guys say that shit. It's like I could be a fucking liar and just fake like I like it and just be disgusted the whole time. Well, not disgusted.
Also,
but like,
you got like, I don't know about anybody else, but like drinking and drugs definitely make people make people look better. And after the day's over and you come, like you're not the same person anymore. You're seeing with different eyes. So. Like, what did Jamie Foxx say? Blame it on the juice.
Blame it on the juice. The juice for sure.
I think it's I don't know what it is, but I know they say after like you release and stuff, you release oxytocin.
To feel good.
And that's the chemical that helps you like trust people. Yeah. So maybe it's like
oxytocin makes you trust people?
Yeah. And you release it, women release it, and men release it after you nut. That's why they say like players game, like they would say like if you were a girl, like after you nut, you gotta leave, so you don't like build the pheromones for oxytocin, and you get more accustomed and trusted. You know what I mean? But they you release oxytocin, and it's a pheromone that makes you like trust each other. And like
it's called the love hormone.
Yeah, like the love hormone or whatever.
I didn't know that.
And maybe it's like something in your head going against releasing that chemical.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. But
that's actually
guessing.
Interesting. I definitely want to look more into that shit. I don't know. Sex is a weird thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. It feels great, but it can be definitely strange at times. How like I don't know. And you know, I was reading the other day something that I found kind of like extremely peculiar. They say that, what is it? What's the hormone? What's the feel good hormone again?
Serotonin.
Serotonin. You in a relationship, your body produces a lot of serotonin for the person you're with up until like a year or 2 years.
That's that honeymoon phase.
Or dopamine you talking about.
Dopamine, that's what it is. Not
yeah,
serotonin.
it's dopamine.
Yeah, dopamine. You when you're in a relationship, you like release. Like say a person that you love, you're with that person, and after a year you release less.
That's why it's the honeymoon phase.
Yeah, but that to actually have a science to it instead of just being like, oh, you being infatuated with something.
Because it's a brain chemistry thing. Like we naturally want to feel good, so that's why like you eat sugar or why you have sex. Like you're literally looking for those boosts.
But that shit is scary,
in that. So I think it's just about being aware that's why I always say, like, if you're with somebody and it's in the honeymoon phase, like take your time. But like you don't really know if you really like this person. After 2 years, then you still riding it out, you might really like them.
That happens with anything though.
Yeah, it does happen with anything. Yeah. But it's easier when it's like a new car or a new thing. It's like whatever. I'm over it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like relationship, it's like just like you said, how like the body is like nothing in this body is gonna work against us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of does because it's like we're over here trying to get matrimony and like lifetime relationships, but it's like the body is like, all right, I'm done with this one.
No, I think that's why you take your time when you liking a guy or a girl. Like you take your time, like because of that. Like it's the initiate in a situation.
I agree.
Once
I agree.
that goes down, then it's like shit gets real. And then once that serotonin boost isn't there and you still click and you still have those feelings, then it's real. I think that's kind of like something you learn in your 30s. Like you understand. I don't know. Maybe it's me, but I understood. Like that's why like a lot of times summer flings are summer flings. No, because
for sure.
Your serotonin's more up.
Of course,
you know. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So it's like you kind of just aware that like I have to understand that biologically, chemistry wise, this is what the body's doing to me. So I might be looking at this person with rose colored glasses.
Yeah.
So once this time frame is up and I start getting like, it's like, I know people say like, you can, when you're in love with somebody, you might not like them anymore, but you still love them.
Yeah.
So you get what I'm saying? Like that. That's when
like,
that kind of comes in.
And I agree with you. Like I get it. Like, I'm not saying that I'm like, don't know what to do with shit like that. I'm highly invested in my relationship. I'm straight. So like the thing is, what I'm talking about is like what I'm more so the question I'm asking, is it against nature? Is it unnatural to be unified with another person for a lifetime? Against the body. You know what I mean? Like if the body is like where it tells you when to procreate. Like let's just say if like we lived a civilized version of our animalistic selves.
That's what we're doing.
Like, you know what I mean? Like our animalistic self is like, oh, she looks good. My body wants to create with her. This is a good prospect for that. We go, we have sex, consensually. My body is like now rejecting her. I don't want, like, you know what I mean? So is that, or you like this mate and you continue to have sex with this mate for 2 years and now your body's like, all right, it's just not doing it for us like it was doing a year ago. You know what I mean? Is it against nature to like?
I got an interesting point about that, right?
Okay.
I was reading about solipsism. You know what solipsism is?
No.
Sorry, no?
No.
It's like the belief that my mind state is more important than anything else. Right?
Okay.
So they said that.
So what is it called again?
Solipsism.
Solipsism.
Yeah, solipsism. And it's basically saying my mind state is more important than yours. And the book was arguing that that women genuinely think like that, right? And I don't think I agree with it, but it was an interesting topic. And they were saying that through like biology and like back in the day when you'll have one tribe, right? And in the tribe is like a bunch of men, of course, and there's women and children. Another tribe comes and takes over that tribe, and the woman would adjust to the new men in the new tribe, just because they feel like these are the new men
that are in charge. Yeah.
And my children and my mind state and being protected is the most important thing.
So they're the ones that's going to provide that.
And they're the ones that are going to provide. You know what I mean?
Well, isn't that really about dominance? Because I think like when you think about women, again, we're also emotional beings. So I think that like a lot of that choosing and those decisions aren't always based on fact. It's based off what they see and how they feel. Because like if a tribe comes in and they just dominate your tribe and all the men in your tribe, you see them as dominant, but they might not necessarily be dominant. They might be worse. So I think that's why like as a woman, I think you also need to be aware of that. Like in your 20s, I know that a lot of us women think that the socially dominant guy is alpha. And most of the time he's not. But in our eyes, we see him controlling the crowd. We see him controlling his group of friends or leading his so-called pack. And we take that as dominance. And then you're fooled into thinking like this guy's the alpha, but he's really not. And I think like a lot of times biology can get in the way of like what actually is like reality. I think it's like sometimes it's like you just have to be aware of your nature. Like I think that's why like as much as men need to learn masculinity, women need to understand femininity and how we are programmed, and that how sometimes that program can be counterproductive.
Like you know how like online you see a lot of like men-woman wars and shit like that. Yeah, and it's mad annoying.
It is.
But when I look at it, it's like you can't fault women for protecting the best outcome for their offspring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, okay, you want a tall guy, you want a rich guy, you want somebody socially dominant, you want somebody that looks good. Like all of these things is for her offspring. You know what I mean?
But that's what
that it just means our society is gonna have better people in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of men are falling to the side, but it's like you can't blame women for wanting all this shit. It's almost.
I agree, but there's levels.
I don't agree.
No,
I do not agree at all. I don't. I think that what's survival? Like a good looking person doesn't mean survival. Like I feel like it's bullshit. Like I feel like,
but it's part of making money in a society.
I understand that, but
we're not in the middle of the woods, right? We're not in the middle of the woods where it's the biggest, strongest man anymore. Yeah, now it's the smartest guy that's like,
but that's what
okay, you're not gonna grow up.
They're not going for the smartest guy. They're not.
That's true.
Bitches are not going for the smartest guy.
That's why I said I agree.
Like this is what I'm saying. I'm sorry, but as a female, I've talked to plenty of guys. Okay, and the tall ones are definitely not the fucking smartest.
Hey, I resent that.
I'm not saying all of them.
I'm triggered.
I'm not saying all of them.
Big words hurt my feelings, okay? No,
exactly. They talk like that. See what I'm talking about? No, I'm joking. No, but what I'm saying is it's like, okay, if you have a tall guy who's literally just kind of given everything, and because of how he looks and because of how tall he is, he doesn't have to work for anything.
Disagree.
Most of the time he does. Like I'm speaking from my own experience.
It's kind of like saying like a real pretty girl who's like got everything handed to her doesn't have to work for anything. But there's pretty girls that work for. But of course,
there's always exceptions to any fucking rule, any law. There's always going to be an exception. I'm not saying it's a general statement. I'm saying when you go for something that looks good, most of the time there's going to be something that's missing on another part.
There's pretty privilege. And privilege definitely cripples.
And there's also like tall, just, do you get what I'm saying? Like certain qualities in a person are more character building. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And when you're going for easy and you're going for superficial or monetary, a lot of times you end up getting caught up in a situation that
missing something else.
Now you got all the money, but that nigga don't spend no time with you.
No time, or he doesn't have social skills.
He don't have you get what I'm saying? Like there's always just something, and I'm saying like even if you're looking to survive, don't look for a good time. Like you're looking for a good time. You're not looking for a long time. You're not looking for longevity. You're looking for, oh, well, my baby's going to have light eyes and green hair and curly hair. I'm going to be able to buy. Yes, like having kids, you need money. We all know that. However, there's multiple ways to make money. And like just because a guy has like the OD bag, don't mean he about to share that OD back with you. And sometimes it's a tool for manipulation. Yep. Like, I'm just saying, like, you can't solely base your choosing and your decisions off those things.
No,
like
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
and I'm speaking from fucking experience. You will be fucked up if that's your only gauge for your partner, and you're claiming that's for your survival. That's bullshit.
Yeah,
that's bullshit. You're gonna end
up.
up fucked up. You know how many girls out here with tall fucking light skinned baby daddies that don't give a fuck about their kids?
Yeah.
But when you think about facts and like science about being attractive, I'm looking at facts about being attractive, and like really attractive people probably have they have it better in society,
Of course,
right?
pretty privileged.
So they have like I remember, I'm not sure the percentage, but it's a fact, right? That the more attractive you are, is the judges tend to give you lighter sentences.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
They said that also too, I'm looking at it right now. My bad. Companies with more attractive CEOs might make more money.
I mean, I just think that goes for anything. Like
Being attractive gives you a 5% chance of getting the job.
I believe it would be higher than that, to be honest with you, especially if you're a female.
Yeah, all right.
Especially
Yeah,
if you're a
I
female.
definitely like know that's true.
Like it's we gotta be realistic. Like the world we live in, and that's the thing, bro. Like I'm not saying pretty people should do anything about this, because this is not gonna change. Like people are gonna fucking gravitate to people that look more attractive. It's just what's gonna happen. But you know, like ain't shit we can do about it. Like there's nothing we can do about it. And as we talking about like from a biological standpoint, the more attractive person is going to definitely have more pursuers, and we can't do nothing about it. It is what it is. But my thing was like the whole conversation I was trying to like come down to is just like our human nature. I sometime a while ago I read somewhere that men and women didn't even live in the same like buildings or facilities or whatever it was, tents back then, whoever knows. But it would like have all men staying somewhere and all women staying somewhere with the children, because it's just they considered it to be unnatural for men and women to be together. I don't, and it just, if you think about it, like all these couples, I know they know reality TV and like fucking this ratchet shit that's going on, but the multiple partner relationships, all the religions that follow multiple wives and shit. Granted, they may have beef for total different reasons, but I don't know. Like I feel like sometimes like the body be wanting other things that's just like not conducive with what we consider to be the social norm. You know what I mean?
But that's why I always say, like, I think relationships are personal. Because
Yes.
I like, that's why I think the conversation's stupid, because it's a personal basis. Like you said, love, I feel like it's fleeting.
Love is fleeting.
Like, you get what I'm saying? And I feel like it's like afterwards, it's like what's really the foundation of you two coming together? What are you building that's bigger than the both of you, that keeps you two together in this union, aside from we love each other? Like, I think it has to be, it has to be deeper than that. Cause like you said, like when they were tribes, they did live amongst each other. They did cohabitate. However, it was like men operated in a certain way and women operated in a certain way. So they had like something called the red tent. All women, when they were on their periods, they would go off and they would be together in these red tents, and the men would be somewhere else. And it's like it was just like there was kind of like a place for everything, but each party was valued for what they did. We all have to coexist. Like, men are just as useful, just as women are useful, just in a different way. And I think what we've done is we've romanticized relationships. We've romanticized cohabitating. We romanticize what it means to be in a union with someone. And we've made it this Disney princess fucking reality show bullshit. Like, that's not real, because there's no foundational basis for it that keeps it lasting after the fucking serotonin's gone. And I think that's what it really is like we've put these rose-colored glasses on what a relationship looks like, and it's supposed to look like flowers and candy. And yes, I think that when you're in a situation with someone, you make a little bit more effort once that serotonin level has dropped. You make a little bit effort, but it's more about consideration. And I need you at your maximum capacity. I need you at your maximum capacity. So how do I contribute to what makes a woman feel more of a woman so she can do what she has to do? And what can I do as a woman to make a man feel more like a man so he can do his part?
So what was your original question?
It's not a question. I was just thinking, honestly, I think that it's pretty much like, I know everything Sade said is valid and everything. I think the reason why I don't know, I was curious, we was talking about it because I think if more people knew, I guess, like how or what to expect, and like there's like a lot of divorces. Like I feel like divorce and just fucking everybody nowadays is like the norm. And I feel like if people were like more educated on like basically how the body works, like from a scientific standpoint,
they'd be a little bit smarter about
they'll be a little bit smarter because
Absolutely.
It's like,
but a lot of things we can't even figure out.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, hold on. So we know why. So like when you really feeling somebody in the beginning, we know that could be just like your body wanting to have a sexual partner because they find it attracting, or attraction, and it feels like you can produce because your body's telling you that, right?
Right.
Then after that, post-nut clarity, what that is, it's like, okay, I'm feeling this way. Now this is a time where I can like really talk to this person to see if I like this person.
Right.
Or I just like, don't just run away. Because I ain't gonna lie, in my 20s, that's what I would do. I would be running. I just like, I don't like the way this feels. Get out of here. I don't want to talk to you. And, you know what I mean? It was very rare that I found a girl afterwards
that you wanted to continue to spend time with them.
And then after that, I would deal with a girl for like maybe like a year or something. I'm like, yo, this bitch is annoying, bro. Like, I gotta get out of here.
Literally, I would have like a 2-3 year max on dealing with somebody because I understand that feeling, and that's why I really think it's just like
the most I lasted was a year. I couldn't do it. It was just like, bro, you gotta go. And I
was like really patient, but I dissociated a lot.
Yeah.
So
I can't be somewhere I don't want to be.
I would literally kind of just, like I said, in my head, the way I saw it was not only is this situation temporary, but it's like I seen it as like a filtering process.
Yeah.
Like as each situation went on, I kind of was just like, oh, well, I like this. I don't like this. So the next situation, it was like, okay, I know I don't like this. Does this person do this?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I feel like it was a process of elimination kind of thing. It
definitely is. That's exactly what it is.
And that's why I said in my 20s, I was like, I knew none of these people were temporary, but I was kind of trying to figure out what I wanted or what I liked, how I wanted to feel like in a situation where there's a argument or disagreement, how I wanted that to play out.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And the closer I got to my 30s, the more I kind of was just like, okay, I'm kind of clear on the kind of partner that I want.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's just like really like a process of filtering. And I think that somebody, when you make a connection that goes past, because like, think about it. After you have sex with somebody, it's like, what else do we fucking do together? Do we have anything in common? Can we talk? Can I talk to you about anything? Can you see when I'm not feeling well? Can I see when you're not feeling well? Do I consider you? Do I give a fuck about you? What do you have going on in your life? What are your friends? What are your friends? Like, I feel like all of those things come into play after sex is removed from the situation. Are y'all still friends? Do y'all still fuck with each other? And I think that's what it really comes down to. And when you're young, I feel like we're not doing that for that. We don't care.
Yeah.
You don't care. You're just in it for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah.
So you like that post-nut clarity or whatever is just like, oh, okay, that was fun. Now time to move on. I got some other shit to do. And we just ain't doing it together and there ain't nothing to talk about. So
yeah, I think that's it.
Why are we here?
I think that made the most sense.
Why are we here?
Because it's like, when you're young and you just vetting different chicks and stuff, you're not thinking like, let's live together and grow old now.
Well, some people.
That was the farthest thing from my mind.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, when I was young, I was just trying to
smash a dash.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. I just I don't know. It's just reflection. I guess it's
Yeah.
nothing that like I feel like I don't know. I know relationships is hard as fuck. As I get older, like I guess I haven't been in too many long relationships, but the few that I had, it showed me the work it takes to like keep two people on the same page and still motivated to keep going. It's a lot. It's a lot. But to get to that part, you got to get through a lot of shit first.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know. I constantly see so much problems online with like the youngins and dating and shit. And it's just like, bro, like
I also think
we're
not taught
right now. We're not. I
think we're also not taught like how to vet. We're also taught not how to filter. We're also not taught like I notice in some cultures the girls are raised to choose a man for marriage.
Yeah.
And the guys are raised to choose a girl for marriage. And unfortunately in Black American culture, we're hyper fixated on making the bag and making money. Like the last thing we're worried about really is like getting married and building a future with somebody, because it's like we're in this like survival mode. I gotta get it for myself. Like it's almost like we're taught to survive and not to thrive. And I think you thrive when you're together. Like you go farther when you're in a partnership, friendship, or anything. Like when you're working together with people, you can build something faster and it goes farther. But I think a lot of us are just built to like think that we just in this shit alone. Like even if you meet somebody, there's a good chance like they're gonna leave. So you just in your head, you just kind of commit to like, well, it don't matter because I'm gonna get it regardless, and it's a good chance like they may not be here, so let me not bank on it.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
No, it's off topic, so go ahead.
Mine is kind of on topic, but it's like for you vetting a wife, what are the 3 important qualities for you?
First and foremost, she got to be able to like, I got to be able to trust her on some like, if something happens to me, I know I don't have to worry.
Like being reliable?
Reliability is like, not on some like money shit, but like
making decisions.
So being that I got, I have some health issues, like, yo, if I'm fucking on the floor, can't breathe type shit, I should be like, tagging you got the role. You know what I mean? Like, do it. And I should be able to like, if I don't feel that like I need to be there at all times to like hold shit down, because I feel like I don't want that.
I agree
it's
with
like
that.
That is big for me.
Yeah,
that's
I
with
agree
kids.
with that.
That's with like financial property and whatever. You know what I mean? I need to know that she's gonna be on point with shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. 2,
like you come back home and your whole house
is on fire.
It's on fire.
It was
like,
bro, like what the fuck? Like I left for like a day. Like,
what do you want me to do?
I didn't know what
she
to
left
do.
the curling
like,
iron plugged in.
Yeah, like shit like that. Bro. Like boy, I don't know. I can't. No grown children. I can't do that. 2, I gotta be able to see myself like having kids with her. Like for sure, I ain't gonna lie.
But that's kind of
same thing.
That's kind of vague though, because
right, so let me make it more. I gotta be able to see. She gotta be able to. She gotta be something like respectable like my mother, like my mom.
Oh, so social wise.
Not on some like. I just
you mean like a capable mom.
You know what I mean? Like
nurturing.
She's gonna raise a good kid. You know what I mean? Like she's gonna raise a kid that's gonna, like if I die, there's also the reliability thing again. Like if I die and she's there to raise my kid,
that's reliability too.
Yeah, that's right. So let's skip that one.
Yeah.
We gotta be able to like hang out and like communicate, like vibe, like like.
But
laugh.
That's
talk.
anybody though.
For a wife?
That's anybody.
No, it's not.
I think
that's even a friend.
My nigga. No. Because I got niggas that I love that's my niggas. But I cannot spend a week with these niggas. Because it's just like, I got to be able to spend long ass periods of time. Like, for instance, like, you see how when we was living in the crib together?
Yeah.
My nigga, there be times when we chop it up all day and it be weeks where we don't even speak.
Right.
Because I'll be in my zone, you be in your zone.
Yeah.
And it'll be cool.
Yeah.
I need somebody like
you
that.
don't always have to fucking...
You don't got to be up in each other's ass all day. You know what I mean? Like, if you like... if you just like, well, what are we gonna do? Yo, bro, get the fuck out of my face, bro. Today's not the day. I don't need that. I like, one thing I really fuck with my shorty about these days is like, this is the first relationship where I was just like, I'm gonna be over here, do your thing. And she's good. And then we, every once in a while, we peek in there, we peek, you good?
You good?
I'm
right.
Like,
you hungry?
Cool. And back to it. And that's it. I need that. Cause it's like, I'm affectionate. I like cuddles and shit like that. I'm a big teddy bear. But at the same time, I'm really like an isolated person. Like I don't like people up under me. I need my space. I get like the worst thing you can do to me is be too clingy. I'll fucking disappear in a heartbeat because then I feel trapped. I'm not gonna lie.
I think that's like those are qualities you vet before a wife though.
Okay, I guess you can.
You get what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
Yeah, because
but the reason why I say that's important though, because it's one thing that you can say that's your girlfriend, but if you're spending your life with that person, that's something you would have to deal with for the rest of your life. So it's like I know.
But what's to it if you've been with her for fucking 8 years and she's your girlfriend?
If I'm with somebody for 8 years and she's not my wife yet, then I don't know. She ain't gonna be my wife.
How long does it take for a guy to choose a wife?
Well, not even like being with her, because you gotta remember there's knowing a girl, then there's dating a girl, then there's that girl deciding to date the girl, and that can be 4 years.
Nah, I'm sorry. Maybe I move a little fast.
So you're like,
if I know from like the first,
because like even like
whether I'm gonna date somebody.
There's different there's situations like that. Like I know her through a friend, but I seen her.
Nigga, this ain't that type of movies.
Nah.
If I see a girl that I want to romp with, she's getting the heave ho immediately. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So that's like, if it takes us a year to actually part, I'm not even interested, dogs. Like there's no way. Like the way I was moving in my 20s before I got into this relationship, bro, I was like on some like, bro, like we vibe, we go date. By day 3, if I'm either trying to get the butt, and if it doesn't, and if I keep trying, then that means I really like you. Once I get the butt, like after a month of vibing, I know whether I want to be with her or not. Even before then, I know I want to be with her or not.
So you commit quickly.
That's the thing. I don't. Because it took, like, I dated a lot.
Because I can remember, like, my last 3 relationships, and it was always, we were friends fucking around, and it was like, I don't know if I want to do this.
So when you say friends fucking around, you bagged.
Yeah, you bagged.
So you never were friends. Stop saying that.
So that's not friends anymore.
Bro, me and you are friends.
Yeah.
You never had that type of vibe with her, all right? So, like, that's not your friend. That's you're messing around.
You're messing around.
So messing around.
Say okay. So no friends. Messing around. And then it's like, or for you, what's for you? Yeah. So it's messing around. Then it's like, I think we should do this. That's for me. What time period is that for you? For me, but it's different because it's like, you need to come in this relationship and you need to let go your whoever you're messing with. You get what I'm saying? And I need to let go whoever I'm messing with. Yeah. Are we ready to do this? That's like the first month. That's first month. Oh, so that's right away. Right away. Because it's like, bro, like, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, if I'm fucking a chick continuously, I already like something about her. Because that's not my forte when I was single. If I hit it probably 2 to 3 times. If by then I'm like, I'll be fine if I never see her again. That's it. But if I want to continue to see her again, I'm like, So a month, bro? A month. But you don't even know this person in a month. That's what the dating for is for. Now we dating together. That's my girlfriend. So, but once you do that, I don't think once you do that, you agree to exclusivity. Yeah. After a month, you don't know. This is why I said it's only. So why are you gonna lock yourself down with the girl you just met? Because there's no contract on a relationship. There's no contract on. Yeah, it's a verbal. It's a verbal contract. You be my girlfriend for the next 6 months. If it don't work out, then I know. That is scary. Why? Why is it scary? I don't know. I don't disagree with it, but I don't think like because what if she's running rampant and like she's not even in the 6 months? I'm gonna find out. And then once I find out, oh yeah, nah. And what do you mean girlfriend? It's like, all right, so like, see, so this is why I say, but this is why I say I don't have a lot of relationships. Like I've had my ex
The one you met for the video shoot?
Mm-hmm.
My shorty, well, you can't. High school shit don't matter because I met my ex in high school, so that's where the big relationship started.
But basically, bottom line, not a lot.
3 relationships is what I've been in.
Because you're choosing wisely.
But they all been like that though. It was like boxed up.
Mm-hmm.
I like this box up. I continue to like the box up. We both like the box up. We gonna put this in a box.
We're gonna box up.
Now we gonna box up. So that's what it is. And then it's like, all right, you know what I mean? And then like, granted, the first one, I was young, so it was like, all the red flags is just like, well, we get through it. We'll get through it. I don't know what that is, but fuck it. We'll get through it. You know, I was stupid. Drop that one off. The next one, box it, same process. We get to the dating. Then like a couple things after month 2. Got a little annoying after month 3.
Now, question: is this living with her as well? I'm just asking you. I'm just asking you.
We moving together like after a year, 8 months of yeah.
Well, you move fast.
Okay.
I mean, like what? Hey, listen, like what we wasting time for? Let's see what the fuck this is.
No.
Like,
I don't.
You acting like this way, like bro,
I respect it.
How long?
Yeah, I respect it.
Spend 2 to 3 years to figure out all these we're gonna build all these memories. Let's get to that part. Let's do it. Let's move in. Hey, this is what you do? All right, 8 months. Let's move in together.
I just feel like it's a marathon for me.
There's too much
for somebody that's I want to be with for the rest of my life.
But you saying rest of my life because it's only been one time I did that and I thought wrong, and that was young nigga shit. I ain't done that again. I still 2 years strong with me and my shorty. We ain't married. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So like we live together now. We've been living together for like what, a year now? Mm-hmm. We're on year 2. We're on year 3 now. We're moving on year 3. Mm-hmm. So we talk about marriage. You know, it seems like that's where it's going. Yeah, but we not. You know what I mean? Just in case something goes wrong. You know what I mean? Like there's a couple things we bump heads on, but it look like we can work that out. You know what I mean? And we figure shit out. Yeah. But marriage, that's like the big one. After 4 years, like 3 years, 4 years. Like if me and my shorty are gonna get married, it's gonna happen next year, maybe a little after.
She's probably watching the show. Like,
it is what it is, bro. Like it is what it. Like I don't need all this time to see that. Like you know what I mean. Like great. Like I feel like I get it. You should be careful. But the relationships I was in, like I got into the relationship. I gave it a chance. I'm out. The one in the beginning I took the longest because I was young and was learning. But also we both was doing all type of cheating and shit. I was boxing, she was boxing. Like it was mixed up. The one after that, 6 months. Dated the girl for 6 months. I was like, I don't like it. Got up out of there. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's just like, I don't see.
I'm not mad at that style of dating. I just don't think it's I don't think it's as effective for having discernment and like realizing certain patterns.
Why?
With people.
What?
Because you need different variables outside of exclusivity. Such as how she act around different people. It's almost like a controlled case study when you're doing it like that. Cause it's like, okay, it's almost you're leading the relationship on in like a linear path to where it's like, come hang out. You get what I'm saying? And if you could tell, she's not present. Her eyes are everywhere. She's always looking at guys. It's not always. But
why does it take that long to see that?
Or no, I'm saying there should be more variables than.
Give me a time frame. That's what it's kind of hard for me to like. Give me a time frame.
So a time frame?
Yeah.
For what?
For like this whole process of vetting out and the variables to happen, like this experiment.
A time frame for a girlfriend.
Yeah.
For exclusivity.
From meeting a girl, boxing a girl to exclusivity. Give me a time frame of that.
You know why it's hard to say? Because sometimes I believe that you can look at a girl and just be like, this is the one.
I do that as well.
There's some type of sensual and mystical thing about this dating thing too. Yeah. Some girls are like, this is the one. Or sometimes after 6 months you're like, yo, this person really looks out for me. Like you just get hit with a ton of bricks and you're just like, I never had someone in my life look out for me like this. I think this is the one. So, you know what I mean? You can get that person, or you can get the other person. So it's like given a time frame on like.
But I'm saying like, so you say 8 months is not enough time to like move in.
To move in?
All right, so listen. Since we did mine to 8 months,
me for moving in, it's almost reverse engineering.
Okay,
I'm moving with a girl if I know 6 months from her moving in, I'm going to marry her.
Oh, you do. So moving in equates to marriage for you.
Moving in is like, yeah, I'm like we're gonna stay together. You know what I mean?
Nah,
and it's me reverse engineering.
You know why I don't like
my
that?
life.
Like I don't like that. Say you get married.
Yeah.
You move and y'all just moved in 6 months ago. And you start seeing shit that you didn't ever see. You don't know nobody till you live with them.
Right. Yeah. Of course.
This thing I can't even say.
6 months is a long time to live and see a lot of shit.
It is.
You already know the person. You're giving yourself that 6 months buffer to be like, can I live with that person?
Yeah, it is, but there's things I ain't noticed about my shorty until like weeks ago. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, bro. This shit I ain't know about my shorty until like 2 months, 3 months.
Maybe a year. Can I change it to a year?
A year.
Yeah, I'm gonna say a year.
So basically, so I don't think we have that much difference in process. I think the difference is you equate moving into the level somewhere close to the level of marriage. I equate moving in to like we're still dating. We're just doing it at close proximity. You know what I'm talking about? This is like work at home type shit. You know what I mean?
I tried that. I don't think it's a good idea.
It definitely has its flaws.
It's not a good idea.
It has its flaws, but what I will say is like, I don't like wasting time. I don't like small talk. I don't like the dumb shit. I like to see how a person's moving. I want to see if like how you live, how you move, what do you do when you wake up, you wash your ass with washcloth, all types of shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we need to get to that point.
You use washcloth?
Yeah, you washcloth?
So she'll use the washcloth?
Wash with your beer on.
What do you think, Sade?
Yeah. So
no, seriously, what do you think
about that? All of that
about like living together and marriage and all of that?
Ooh.
You got kids, so your perspective be a little different.
Oh yeah,
it
that's
is
true.
a little different. But even before I had kids, like I just move mad slow. Like I take all the time because I feel like people can act like a certain way. Like you could think you know the person you're with, but like you said, like after my time up was always like 3 years. After 3 years, I can tell like I don't fucking like this nigga. I'm moving on.
See, that's a long fucking time.
But it's just there's a lot of stuff in between that time. Like I feel like you can't really know a person in a year. Like
you live with them?
I'm not. See, and that's another thing. Like I've lived with bitches.
Yeah.
I value my space.
So have you ever lived with a man?
Never.
Oh,
I would never. I just wouldn't do it.
You would not like niggas.
Until like I'm kind of like SJ in a way. It's until I'm thinking about marrying you. I don't want you in my space. I'll come over and spend like a few days. But I'm like also like you. I'm an isolator. So I need my own space. I need my own sanctuary. So until we can buy the house or the apartment where I can guarantee that I have my space, you have your space, and like in the next year or two, year and a half, we're gonna get married, then I'll move in. But I also think that I wasn't always the best at choosing, and I've never come across a nigga where I'm like, let's move in, because I kind of in my head I'm like I was always scared that I would have to like take care of everything. Like I just like I've been in situations where I was already kind of like spearheading the relationship. And it was just like, okay, I can already see where this is gonna go. So I don't think I've ever met anybody that that I felt like that was a move that I wanted to make, because I feel like it's a very big move to make.
It is a big
like
move.
It's sharing of a lot of responsibilities, and I know myself, and I know that I need a man who's gonna be like kind of like on top of me. Not that I don't take care of shit, because I take care of shit on my own, but I kind of like I'm looking for a certain kind of partner who can fulfill a certain type of like role. And like you said, I do have kids. One of my kids is in about a year or two, he's going to be out the house. So it's just going to be me and my daughter. And that's another thing. Like,
I would keep it 100 with you. If I was in your situation, I'd probably move like how you move.
I move extremely slow. Like, even when I'm talking to a guy, my kids think I don't do shit.
Yeah.
My kids think I'm fucking Mother Mary Magdalene. They like, yo, you need to go on blackpeoplemeet.com. You don't got nobody. Like, but I feel like that's how I want to move, because I'm very like I'm very intentional. Like I get scared when a nigga meets me, and like I'll talk about my kids, but you don't need to meet him. You don't need to meet them until I'm
comfortable.
Shit. I'm never comfortable. Like, I'm never comfortable until I say like, okay, this is the guy that I can, my son can look up to him. My son can look up to him. My daughter can see him as a father, and, he can guide her, and he can be an example for my son. And I could see myself like making more kids with him. Then I would probably, be like, okay, if we're thinking about getting married, then we should probably move in before we choose that, because like you said, you'll see people. Like I said, I live with tons of girls, and it's just always been hit or miss. Like, people have all their personalities, people have their ways, but I think everybody needs their own space. Like, we have to have a lot of money. So we all have like our own space. Like, I just kind of want to do it right. Like, and I know there's no right way to do it, but I want it to be as ideal as possible so that everybody's comfortable. Yeah. Like, I want to consider him just as much as I want to consider my kids, and I consider myself.
Yeah, that's.
But I just move very intentionally, and I feel like I just take my time. I feel like if we're gonna be forever, then what the fuck is the rush to make it anything? I do not believe in boyfriend, girlfriend. I believe it's like we're dating until I'm a fiance, and then we get married. And then my idea of marriage is also fucking different. So there's just too many variables. I just don't feel in a rush or pressed to move in with anybody. Like, I just don't. I just take my time. Yeah. I'm good.
One thing that a lot of people forget too is, like, say if you and your girlfriend sign a lease, right? Yeah. And you guys move in together.
Yeah.
Say if things happen, things go left, and
who leaves?
Right. Long story short, who leaves?
Who paying the bills?
Both of y'all.
Both of you.
Nah, I pay the bills.
So but the thing is, as a man, you're gonna send her out, go looking for an apartment.
She got a parents' crib.
Not everybody got their parents' crib.
Well, all right. So am I in a,
No, not your situation. It's never your situation.
All right. So in a hypothetical situation. So this is what it is. If we sharing the bills, and all right. So this is where like you got to start using. In a time like right now, women don't like that shit. Yeah. So
because they don't like feeling like you have all the control, like you can just kick them out or whatever.
So here's how I've handled it throughout the years. There's certain people in your life that you gotta kind of gauge. Use your discernment to what you can do with said person, right? So like, there's a couple relationships I had where it was like, oh no, I'm not trusting this bitch with $1. Cause
do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's a couple. So when it comes to like moving in, they didn't get to that point. But if they did, your name's not going on this lease. I'm getting my spot, and then you moving in, and the lease has already been signed because I'm here already. Like, there's certain people, like, well, my shorty now, like, again, I don't want to put my own personal business out there. I wouldn't worry about that. I know my shorty, like, if all else fails, she will not try to take nothing from me. She got a lot of pride. She's financially stable. You know what I mean? We don't do, there's certain people. Now, granted, who's to say, like, oh, she don't flip on and do some crazy shit? Mm-hmm. You know, when that shit comes, it comes. We deal with it how it comes. Like, I'm not going to put myself in such a crazy situation where it's like, oh, my credit fucked up, I'm homeless type shit. I'm always gonna be good in that sense because I will.
I feel like that's kind of like what everybody should do. Like everybody on both sides, everybody should be good. Like
exactly. So that being said, so like I get it. It's a little scary. I don't know.
It's very terrifying.
Maybe I'm just a little unorthodox. I just don't. The thing for me is that's why I said relationships
are very personal.
Yeah, it's personal. So my thing is like I just don't got time to be trying to. If my intent and your intent is aligned, where it's like we're trying to see something for forever. And we both, all we know is right now, all the little bit of information we know of each other from the past 6 months. It seems promising. Hey, fuck waiting to roll the dice. Let's do them now. Let's do it now. Come here. Let's live together. Do you brush your teeth in the morning? Oh, do you snore? Do you got some annoying shit? Wait, the house messy? Are you lazy? Like, we're going to find that out early.
Yeah.
We need to find that out early. And yes, people can act, but let me tell you something about acting. Usually when people act, they get to go home and take their mask off.
Right.
Bitch, I'm right here. We going.
Wow.
It's coming off at the same time.
I know. I just can't. I can't take that risk. I don't know. I just can't take that risk. I feel like that's
I understand that. That's what I'm saying.
Even before kids.
Before that, I don't understand. I don't know.
I can't. Like fucking like whenever a guy, like it was always the guy's idea to be his girlfriend. Cause I've just always been just like, I don't know.
It's
like,
tough.
and it's not that I'm afraid of commitment. It's not that I'm afraid of love. It's just like, I don't gamble.
Oh, I like to.
I'm not a bettor. I'm not a gambler. Like I need as much fucking clarity because I make up this shit in my head and it gets pretty dark in there. Like I need as much surety and clarity as possible. And I also think like, a lot of times, like, well, not even a lot of times, like every once in a while you just meet a person who can change your mind about all of that. Like there's some things that I never thought about and I met a person and it's just like, maybe I can do that. Maybe it's possible, but I'm still like, I guess I'm just fucking slow. I don't know. I'm just slow, like on everything. I'm just saying like, I say my spirit animal's a sloth.
And, hey, man,
you ever see how a fucking sloth move? It get to where it's going, but it moves mad fucking slow. I'm like that. Like I'm, and maybe it's to my own detriment. Like I don't know, and maybe I've like taken myself out of the game because of just like
caution.
Over caution. Like I just see I see other people's relationships and I don't want that.
See,
then I also I grew up and I saw my parents in love and then I saw them not, and it was just like that can happen.
Yeah,
like I've seen some volatile relationships with people who would be madly in love and then be beating the shit out of each other and then madly in love. I was just like, I don't want that either. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like I said before, I use a filtering process. I like filtered over time.
But I'm using the same filtering process.
How I want, but I also still like, if we're gonna be forever, then what's the fucking rush to hit these certain marks? Because once we hit those certain marks, it's kind of like everybody's gonna be fucked up if it fails. Yo, and I know you can't. Nothing's a sure thing, but it's like, I don't know. I need to know that even like our missions are aligned, like our life missions are aligned. Are you going to support what I'm building?
That's so easy to mask.
It is, but it isn't. But because like you said, knowing somebody over time and building with the person, dating a person, like being in tons of different situations, like seeing them when they broke, seeing them when they up, seeing them. But you can spend the night, you can spend days, you can spend time with a person long enough to see, like, he kind of does this, or even like certain things get pointed out to me, and I'm like, oh shit. You know what? You're right. I got to tighten up. You get what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like to put someone in a situation because I'm pressed to kind of figure you out is just like, I just don't move like that. I don't like being rushed.
That's a good perspective.
I don't like being rushed at all. So it's like, don't rush me. I won't rush you. Let's take our time. Let's build this. Let's get sure on what we're building. Let's get on the same page, on the same fucking line until we get to the fucking period. Till then, we just fucking dating.
All right, so let me ask you a question. SJ, real quick. How many women have you lived with?
Girlfriends or in general?
Girlfriends.
Girlfriends, just one.
Okay. From living with your girl or your ex-girlfriend, will you just by I guess let's say 8 months of living together, were you able to tell what she like? Could you make a good idea of where she would be in like another 4 or 5 years based off of her like daily activity?
No.
You don't think so? Mm-mm. So when you dating somebody and you're not living together, how much do you, okay, how do I word this without sounding like,
how much more do you know?
How less do you think you would have known about her if you weren't living with her on a day-to-day basis, seeing everything about her? Like, I'm talking about like, was she going to school at the time?
Partially late. It's just different. You know what? There's so many variables in like, say if you're living in an apartment complex and you're meeting the new neighbors and you're meeting the concierge downstairs and you're decorating the house and you're figuring out the bills and figuring out where the cable goes and there's so many distractions in just living with somebody, knowing your stuff and her stuff and who's gonna have which side of the closet, and like there's so many different distractions into where, okay, now all of that's put to the side, now let's
all right,
I'm just trying to say there's so many different distractions that it's not really that linear to really sit down.
It's not. I don't want to make it seem like it's that simple. It's not very simple. That's why I kind of retract a little bit. But it's just being with a person and seeing them day to day and seeing how they go about like approaching goals or just little things that they're doing. Like, what do they do with their free time or what they doing? Like, just seeing that kind of like paints a picture of the person that's within. You know what I mean? I feel like there's certain things I would have never known about another person. I don't like.
Do you really have to move in to do that?
You don't have to. I'm not saying it's
I'm saying
a must. But I feel like that you're not gonna get there's a reason the cliche "you don't know somebody until you live with them" exists. There's a reason why it exists, like that cliche exists. There's a certain level of like, damn, it's so hard not to explain it. I would have to say something personal. But there's things about people that I would never have thought about them if I had not lived with them. Like I would have never known, oh, yeah, you're that type of person. Let me see. How can I gotta come up with a fucking... Nah, I don't want to expose nobody's shit.
I get it. It's just little nuances.
It's nuances
of them.
It's nuances that you wouldn't like. Yeah, the nuances is very important, and that's what I'm trying to like get at. And those are the things that are like pivotal to like where the relationship is gonna go. Because had I not seen it, I'd have probably stayed for another 2-3 years because it took me that long to see it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, I would have wasted so much time. Then again, had I not seen it on a good note,
that's so conflicting because you have to move in to see that.
You
like,
do though.
I just said I get what you're saying. Like you kind of like your worlds collide and you get to see how they exist in their world and how it kind of coexists with your world. And then you'll see like little things about them that you wouldn't have seen even if you kind of like hung out with them.
Exactly. Because everybody puts their best fit. Same way you wake up and a girl puts on makeup and shit or a nigga combs his hair. Nobody come outside in their pajamas.
Right.
Everybody coming outside like this. I don't care if it's real quick. Oh, hold on. Let me button up real quick.
Yeah, you don't know me.
Well, but I'm just saying though, you don't come.
Like,
but you say you remember like we talking about wearing masks.
Yeah,
Everybody
that's
does.
what I'm saying. I don't do that anymore, and I think that like not saying I'm a difficult person, but I know I'm just like I'm not the stereotypical person. So I know I know that I have stuff.
Yeah, and
I feel like if I choose to move in with somebody, I want to present the best version of myself. And I know that at this point in my life, I'm just not there yet. Yeah. Like I look forward to it, but I'm just not there yet.
I feel you. It's not for everybody, you know what I mean?
Yo, with that said, we've been rolling for a while now. With that said, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. That's another episode of the IC. See you guys next week.
Later, guys.